11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Getting a look live at the Las Vegas Strip here in the desert of Nevada. And we've got a great matchup here in Week 8 of the Simulation Football League. The hometown Las Vegas Fury will be playing host to the St. Louis Gladiators live at Silver State Stadium in Sin City. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Alongside my best friend, Cade Stevens, Eric Vinson as the play-by-play man, and we also have Mark Chisholm and Ben Warner down there in the stats truck. Cade, battle of 3 and 4 teams here today. Someone's going to break even. Who do you think is going to be?
Yeah, two teams looking to get back to 500 on the season here. Eric, St. Louis, unfortunately, coming off their first blanked-out game shutout last week against the Fort Worth Toros since the Week 5 of Season 13 when they were blanked at home against Sioux Falls, looking to rebound on offense for them. Defense pretty solid. Las Vegas coming into this game running the ball extraordinarily well, also playing good defense. So we'll see who prevails in this one, Eric. It should be a very good matchup between these two teams.
Yeah, that Fury defense is certainly something to circle, and in fact, it was circled on both of our game plans. First in takeaways in the Simulation Football League, sitting at 24 total, as the Fury and the Gladiators meet at midfield for the coin toss. Gladiators will get the call, and it appears that the Fury have won the coin toss. And they will elect to kick the football off right after this break. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Do not go anywhere. Otis Boudreaux, the kicker for the Fury, ready to get this game started here in Sin City. Vegas wearing the all blacks. St. Louis coming out in the white tops, green pants, and we are ready to go here from Las Vegas. Fielder from inside his own end zone, Ryan Owens, the return man, trying to find some blocking, and we'll get it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the Gladiators will take over for their first possession. Javier Vasquez, the quarterback here for the Gladiators. And Cade, what do you expect out of this offense?
Offense, Eric, very young team. As for those of you who don't know, coming into this football game, St. Louis is fielding primarily rookies on offense. Expect them to try to look to build some momentum and put some points on the board, something they could not do last week.
Cairo Martinez, the running back, getting his first carry, and that will bring it up to the 24-yard line. Get a look at the rest of the stars here on offense for St. Louis. Bill Cherry, the fullback, Ryan Owens, Eagle Mondavi, Phil Dilivo, the wide receivers, Phil Koss and Zach Holdorf on the line. Koss, the tight end, and Holdorf, the center. 2nd and 7 for St. Louis. First throw by Vasquez. He's going to throw it out to Martinez. Good little spin move there. Nets him a couple extra yards out to the 27, 3rd and 5 coming up. Get a look at the Fury defense quickly. Brett Sawyer, Tank Hutt, A.K. Jones, all on the defensive line. Slyn Shady, Eric Davis, and Dage Drury, all the linebackers. Thomasina Raman, Merrick Itera, Thomas Raman Jr., along with Nicky Colantrelli and Max Jackson, will round out the defensive backfield. 3rd and 5. Play action. Martinez throwing a slant, picked off. What a play made by the Fury on defense. And honestly, it looked like the defender read that a little bit better than the receiver, and that was Thomas Rahman Jr.
Yeah, absolutely great play by Thomas Rahman Jr. It looked like on that particular play he was going for Eagle Mondavi, who cut in. I'm not sure if I'm not sure if Vasquez thought that he was going to head upfield, but threw the ball out to the outside. And right there to make the interception is the Las Vegas Fury, who takes over an absolutely fantastic field position.
Very short field here for Tom Rahman and company to work with. Rahman to throw. He's going to throw down towards the bottom of the formation. That's caught. 5-yard gain out to the 24-yard line, and that was LZ Pryor with his first catch. We'll get a look at the rest of the stars on offense. Scott Johnson, the running back. Doug Britton, the fullback. A-star Miramontes, John Blades. We saw LZ Pryor there. Mason Kirby, the GOAT himself, all wide receivers, along with Garrison Blue at tight end. 2nd down here. Rahman stepping up into pressure. He's thrown and overthrows his intended receiver as a result. That was good pressure from the front line of St. Louis, which we'll get a look at here. Todd Dubstat, Tony Roberto, Igor Bobertov on the defensive line. Rodney Panani, Mark Gronek, Nicholas Warner, the backers. Joshua Dewar, Drew Reilly, Freeman Peltier, Gerald Winkler, and Colin Douglas, all the safeties for St. Louis. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Trips towards the top of the formation for Rahman. He is alone in the gun. 3 down lineman for St. Louis. Pump fake by Rahman over the middle. Caught. 1st down yardage inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. 1st and goal.
Yeah, I'd like to tell you that it was a good read right there, Eric, but quite honestly, it was right into traffic and the epitome of a short yardage Hail Mary, but a good throw nonetheless out to the tight end Garrison Blue by Tom Rahman. And Blue comes down with the football, and all of a sudden we're looking at 1st and goal.
Rahman, quick throw coming out of the backfield is Johnson, and good open field tackle made by the Gladiators, and that results in a loss of a couple.
Yeah, that's the strong safety Colin Douglas coming in and making a heck of a tackle right there. 55 tackles for him on the season so far, 5 passes defensed, and an interception to his credit.
Setting up 2nd and goal from the 12. 3 wideouts for Rahman. He's under center. Single back is Johnson. Rahman going to throw it towards the bottom of the formation. Good coverage there as they only netted about 4 yards on the pass completion.
Yeah, the cornerback there, Drew Reilly, just about one step further into breaking on that route, and he might have an interception on that one. Eric, I like the strategy of attacking the outside by the Las Vegas Fury and Tom Rahman, but be careful. You don't want to give this one away.
Got to take what the defense gives you here, especially on 3rd and goal. Set up with great starting field position here. Johnson going to get a carry, trying to bounce it to the outside, and he will get stopped after only a gain of a couple. Going to set up 4th and goal, and we'll see Otis Boudreau come out for his first field goal attempt.
Only slightly surprised, I suppose, at the play call there on 3rd and long to hand the ball off. But, hey, a couple yards is a couple yards. You'll take the 3 points, but touchdowns win games, not field goals, folks.
I'm thinking they just want to take the points here on the other side of the turnover. But we'll see how it all shakes out. This one a chippy for Boudreau. 23 yards, up and good, officially from 22. Gives his Fury a 3-0 lead over the visiting Gladiators on the other side of that interception.
Hey, points off a turnover, something you'll take anytime, anywhere. And 3-0 is the Las Vegas Fury here with 7:16 play in the first quarter, as St. Louis will have another opportunity to try to put some points on the board.
Boudreau ready to kick it once again to Ryan Owens. Fielded from about the same spot. Going to return it once again and gets tattooed right around the 20-yard line. Mark him down at the 21. And that is where the Gladiators will take over once again. First ever meeting here in Las Vegas between these two teams. Series tied at 1 apiece. And last time that we saw these two teams play was just a few months ago, and that was a beatdown there. So the Gladiators took that one.
Sure, a completely different Gladiators team at the time, folks. They've gone youth. They're a lot younger. And on that play, you see right there, the pass is completed to Eagle Mundavi, but completely different Gladiators offense as a youth movement has ensued, and they are looking to grow the core of this offense and this team as a whole.
Fielding all rookies on offense, at least from the star standpoint. Vasquez, their second round pick. He's going to throw another short pass, trying to find some room towards the top of the formation. And it's only going to net maybe a couple there, and that was Ryan Owens with the reception.
Yeah, get it to your speedy playmaker, Ryan Owens, trying to get to the outside. They're unable to do so as he is wrapped up and brought down for a very short gain.
Still ahead of schedule, though, on 3rd and 3.
Yeah, you can't complain about that.
Vasquez with time. He's going to throw it down towards the bottom of the screen, and that's caught. Loss of 2, though, as Cairo Martinez probably should have let that one go.
Yeah, I do believe maybe should have let that one get away. Vasquez, I think, wanted to go further downfield. Unfortunately, his receiver wasn't there. Did have the time and just a little too late as he decided to check down to Martinez, who unfortunately just steps out of bounds.
So we'll see the first punt of the ball game. This one courtesy of Bo Zabrowski. Gets the punt away. Good hang time. Fielded at about the 35, and they'll get it out to the 40-yard line. And then, again, good starting field position here for Vegas, who capitalized off the turnover there. Thomas Rahman Jr. with the interception set his team up with great field position. Boudreaux hit a chippy field goal, and that's where we stand currently.
Yeah, a solid start so far for Las Vegas. As you mentioned, Eric, a good field position once again, a good opportunity to try to take advantage. I do want to point out this St. Louis defense is no slouch.
We'll get to that here after this play as Rahman got to air it out into coverage and incomplete. Probably should have come up with the pick as Freeman Peltier read that the whole way.
Yeah, great read by Peltier, quite honestly. Almost very nearly coming up with a takeaway of their own. Headed the other direction. Las Vegas will get another opportunity here on 2nd and 10.
Yeah, this Gladiators defense, as you mentioned, Cade, no slouch. They are 6th in the SFL currently, allowing just shy of 251 yards a game through the air. And you see why on that last play. Handoff this time to Scott Johnson. Squeaks through the first defender, but will get gang tackled right around the 45-yard line. They'll call it to 44. Getting a look at this run defense for both these teams. Very, very similar on defense in that category. 9th and 10th. Vegas 9th and St. Louis 10th.
Yeah, both allowing less than 100 yards per game, which is absolutely phenomenal as far as what you can ask for your defense. I know it's only ranked 9th and 10th in the SFL as a whole, but something to be very proud of.
Less than 100 yards as he's hit as he's thrown. Rahman was, and that's incomplete. Todd Dubstat getting in there from his defensive end position to force the incompletion, and we'll see a punt from Vegas.
Yeah, very nice play by Dubstat on that particular go around right there. Dubstat so far has 5.5 sacks on the season, was looking for one more right there. Just a little too late on that one, but forces the punt nonetheless.
Oh yeah, Butter, I'm coming. I'm blocking this.
So we'll see Bluto Blutarski. Booted down the field. Fair catch called for and made at the 19-yard line, and that is where St. Louis will take over for another possession on the other side of this break. 3-0 your score. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports, and for the fans, don't go anywhere. Back live in Sin City for the rest of the first quarter here. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend Kate Stevens, Mark Chisholm, and Ben Warner in the stat truck for us today. St. Louis taking over for another possession, going deep to start things off. He's got a man wide open. That's Eagle Mondavi, the rookie, just trotting down the sideline. No one's going to catch him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis.
Wow, it's great to see big plays like that. The tight end you mentioned, Eagle Mondavi, the rookie. The entire offense extraordinarily young, as we mentioned, fielding all rookies as far as star players go, and a heck of a throw on that play to hit in stride. Eagle Mondavi, Javier Vasquez making it happen through the air, and St. Louis is on the board for the first time, and just a little over 4 quarters.
And Mondavi was their guy in that draft, the most recent SFL rookie draft. Picked 8th in the second round, and 13 picks later, they needed to find a guy to toss him the ball. And that's where you see right there, Javier Vasquez.
Yeah, they're great picks, quite honestly. And to bring everything to fruition here is St. Louis has got a, like we've spoke about already, a very young core and a lot of growing to do. But watch out for this team as they continue to get better. Definitely going to be very competitive.
7-3 now your score as Amy Shalizzi boots through the extra point. And that was a one-play, 82-yard drive. The only play was that 82-yard touchdown pass from Vasquez to Mondavi. Puts the Gladiators up in front as Shalizzi boots the ball down the field to the Fury. And we will see no return from Vegas as they will take the football out to the 20-yard line, take over for another possession. Their only scoring possession coming off of that early turnover. And their last possession, a 3-and-out, kid.
Yeah, a little bit of momentum shift towards St. Louis on the last drive as they wasted absolutely no time getting the ball in the end zone. Las Vegas, probably about the worst thing you can do here is go 3-and-out.
See what they have in store this time around. Handoff, plowing forward for about 3 yards. And looks like that was Scott Johnson with the carry there. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controlerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines the outcome. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turn players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. This is simulationfl.net for more details as Scott Johnson gets blown up in the backfield. St. Louis was ready for that the whole way, and guess who? That's Rodney Panani getting in there for a tackle.
Hey, Panani making a couple of big plays so far in this football game, and that's another one right there. And all of a sudden, Las Vegas staring at a 3rd and 10 from their own 20-yard line, down 4 here in the first quarter. It'd be interesting to see what they try to draw up here.
Obvious passing situation for Rahman and company. 3 down linemen for St. Louis. Rahman, pressure's coming. He's going to air it out over the middle and incomplete. Looks like he was looking for A-star Miramontes, the rookie free agent signing, but could not make the connection, and that's another 3-and-out for Vegas.
Strong safety, number 39, Colin Douglas, coming up with a big pass breakup right there to get St. Louis the ball back. And I think you can tell so far, Eric, that there's a little bit of discontent on the St. Louis locker room that they were shut out last week, and they're coming out here playing with a little bit of fire here in Las Vegas.
Well, especially after that initial turnover there in their first possession. Most teams would be like, oh, gosh, here we go again. But it seems like St. Louis has flipped the page a little bit, flipped the script, and they're coming out with some fire in their bellies here. We'll see what happens on this next possession as they get a fair catch called for at the 42.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Make the best of the situation. Do not get down on yourself too early, and that's exactly what they're working on.
Vasquez striding up to the line. 5 of 6, 89 yards, a touchdown pass, and a pick. Very efficient so far. We'll see what he has in store with 3:43 to go in the opening frame. Pressure coming, and he somehow gets away. How did he get away from that? Didn't complete the pass, but man, oh man, Kate, I thought he was dead to rights.
That's there's a lot of coaches will tell you there's not a lot of moral victories in football. I'm going to tell you right there, Eric, that's about as much of a moral victory as I've ever seen, to try to pull some sort of magic out of your hat and get away from the defender, and at bare minimum, at least get rid of the football. That was outstanding job there by the rookie quarterback Javier Vasquez.
Saves space here, brings up a second down, handoff to Martinez, and the Fury were ready for that on the ground. A couple different backers getting in there. Rhett Sawyer actually getting in there. He's had a ton of tackles for loss, kid.
Oh yeah, he's making it happen, Eric. That's what you got to do as a linebacker on the defense is get in the backfield and make plays, and the coaching staff's going to notice, and that's something that he's been known for so far in this season, and something to be looking out for in the remainder of this game. That's not the last time I expect to call his name today, Eric.
Vasquez in trouble once again. He's not going to get away from this one. And I believe that was Rhett Sawyer getting in there. It was. He's getting in there for his first sack of the ball game and his 12th of the season.
Not the last time I expected to call his name, but not as soon as I expected to call it again. And on fire is Rhett Sawyer. The guy is making plays, and he showed it right there. As once again, Las Vegas coming out and not content to just lay down to St. Louis here. They're going to get the ball back, potentially in some pretty good field position here.
Zabrowski again with the punt. Max Jackson to return it. Sidesteps the first defender and will make it out to the 37-yard line. Comparing these two quarterbacks, Cade, not flashy numbers by any stretch of the imagination, but with both of these run defense being so stout, these quarterbacks are going to have to step up today.
Yeah, they're going to have to step it up just a little bit. Their defenses have carried them through the first 7 games of the season so far, and they've really not had to do too much. But if you want to get over the hump and get past 500, the defense that plays better and the quarterback who is more consistent today, that team is going to win.
And so far, that's been Javier Vasquez as St. Louis's defense holds strong on the ground once again, game of half a yard.
On the road, St. Louis just, dwindling down towards the end of the first quarter. But initial reactions, Eric, I got to be honest, St. Louis defense and St. Louis offense has been a little bit more impressive, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's why they play 4 quarters, though. We'll have to see what comes of it here as Rahman is under center. Short drop, going to fire it out towards the top of the screen. That's caught. Close to first down yardage. They're going to mark him at the 46, 3rd and 2 coming up here.
Yeah, Rodney, I'd like to point this out. Rodney Punani, the inside linebacker for St. Louis, as you see on the replay here, coming in on the blitz, was probably about a half a second away from a huge sack for St. Louis, and Tom Rahman doing a good job getting rid of the football just in time and bringing up a 3rd and short.
Instead, LZ Pryor getting another catch. Puts his team within shouting distance, maybe a whispering distance from the first down marker. Offset I formation for the Fury. Penalty marker on the field. Throws it in coverage. Picked off going the other way. St. Louis gets the tip drill, and they're going to bring it out to about the 35-yard line. Drew Really with the interception. We'll have to see what the penalty flag is, though. And it is holding on the defense. It is actually on Drew Really. So that's a heartbreaker right there. As he comes up with the interception, and he's also responsible for the penalty.
Yeah, bummer for him. Nicholas Warner, the outside linebacker, the one who tipped it up in the air, Drew Really coming away with the interception, which was for them, unfortunately, nullified due to a holding penalty. Not sure if he got caught up with the receiver and just received the call there. But, something great turned into something not so great real quick right there.
Can't argue with that as Mark Gronek gets a tackle there on Johnson. Only a gain of a couple. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter, I believe. No, we're going to get maybe one more play in. Three wide outs, 2 towards the bottom of the formation. Rahman, turnaround handoff. Scott Johnson again goes nowhere. And he's going to make it out to about the 47-yard line. Dubstack getting in there with another stop. And it looks like that will be the final play of the first quarter. Got a little ahead of myself. 7-3 your score. St. Louis up on top through 1. We'll be right back following these messages. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Stay with us. Back live in the desert out in Vegas, Nevada. Eric Benson alongside my best friend Kate Stevens, Mark Chisholm, and Ben Warner in the stats truck, giving us all those saucy statistics. 3rd and 7 now for Rahman and company. Rahman, pressure coming. He's going to throw it over the middle. Into coverage. Caught for first down yardage into St. Louis territory. Marked down at the 30-yard line. What a pitch and catch there.
Yeah, a couple of different options out there in the receiver group running the routes. The wide receiver, Mason Kirby, the one making the catch for Tom Rahman on that particular play. But I don't believe that was the only option in Las Vegas trying to take advantage of the field position they put themselves in, have worked their way down to the St. Louis 30-yard line, down 4 points here at the start of the second quarter.
2 backs in the backfield this time for the Fury. Rahman, good pocket. Got to throw it down towards the bottom of the screen. One-on-one coverage and good tackle there made by Mark Gronek, who was out in coverage, and that's going to be a loss of 1.5 yards maybe.
Yeah, Gronek, great open field tackle on that particular play. Tom Rahman trusting his receiver to try to make a move and break open, and Gronek having absolutely none of it.
Four down linemen for the Gladiators. Rahman in the gun, quick fires over the middle, caught for first down yardage once again. This time it is John Blades getting a catch, and he will move into the SFL red zone for a fresh set of downs.
And John Blades, nice catch. First one on the game, if I am not mistaken. And great catch over the middle. In stride does Tom Rahman hit him. And Las Vegas, wow, they're not messing around to start the second quarter here.
No, sir. First catch of the game for Blades, 44th overall this season. Coming into this ball game, ranked 6th in receiving yards as Scott Johnson gets another carry. He's been quite quiet on the ground here today as that Gladiator run defense has been flexing their muscles.
Oh, they're listen. I've been very, very impressed with the run defense, quite honestly, for both teams, and that's something that we talked about pregame quite a bit and looked into this week as we studied both of these teams, and not a disappointment so far, Eric.
Johnson only 8 carries, 10 yards to speak of on the ground so far. 2nd down and 10 for Rahman. Pump fakes, avoids the sack, still with more time. Pressure's coming again. Tries to spin out of it and goes absolutely nowhere. In fact, he will lose plenty of yardage trying to escape the pressure. Tony Roberto getting in there for the sack.
Tony Roberto getting in there for his 4th sack of the season, 4.5 total after that one right there. And folks, that's the definition of a coverage sack. All day long did Tom Rahman have, and could not find anywhere to go with the football.
My guy, this is why we're best friends, man. I was hoping you would call a coverage sack there because that's exactly what it was.
I'm no fool, sir.
3rd and a country mile for Rahman. Plenty of time. Got to throw it over the middle into coverage and incomplete. Peltier had another opportunity at a pick, and instead it falls to the turf. Long field goal attempt coming up here for Boudreaux.
And, yeah, 4th and 19 from the 27-yard line. Boudreaux incredibly accurate so far this year. I'm sure that they can count on him to put it through. He makes his field goal. Las Vegas is down 1.7 to 6. We talked about already, Eric. Both defenses have been played. Have played extremely well so far in this game, and the offenses are just kind of chipping away and making things happen. This game remains close.
Long field goal from 44 yards. It is up and through for Boudreaux as he makes his 16th field goal on the year. And that will trim the lead to 1. And Cade, he's booted from 51. That's his longest on the year. So 44, not quite as bad.
Not too shabby. Nice kick anyways. Good leg strength.
Let's talk about Scott Johnson a little bit here, Cade.
Scott Johnson last week, absolutely incredible effort from him for the Las Vegas Fury. 66-yard touchdown run by Johnson, as you see right here, would be his longest run of the day and 3rd touchdown of the game. 25 carries, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a massive 8.3 yards per carry last week. Scott Johnson, absolutely amazing against the Portland Fleet. And Johnson looking to recapture a little bit of that magic that he had last week. So far been a little bit quiet today.
And it's been a trick, but no rabbit out of the hat so far. If you catch my drift.
I got
Ryan Owens with the return out to the 19-yard line, and that will set up a fresh set of downs for the Gladiators. And we'll have to see what Cairo Martinez, the other running back coming into this ballgame, we'll see what he has to say, as he has not had a ton of success on the ground either. Javier Vasquez has been very efficient through the air, though.
Yeah, Javier Vasquez doing a phenomenal job keeping St. Louis, it's stern and steady. At this point, they're up 1 point, and here we get Martinez, a nice run on first down.
There you go. Got to get Martinez into the ball game here. His third carry, good for about 7 yards, out to the 27-yard line, keeping him ahead of schedule.
Yeah, they gotta get him involved. They just gotta get him a little bit more involved here. I think there's plenty of opportunity both through the passing game and the running game, and something that can really steady the ship here for St. Louis, give them an opportunity to take off.
Vasquez to throw over the middle, caught, first down yardage out to the 45-yard line. That is Ryan Owens with the catch, and they will move those chains.
Move those chains, move those chains, move those chains, move.
Good catch there. Good pitch and catch. Into coverage, too. Tight coverage.
Tight coverage, absolutely. A phenomenal job anyways, getting the football there.
Under center this time is Vasquez. Heavy formation, and pressure was coming immediately. He couldn't even get the run play off. That's going to be a sack there as he avoids the first tackler. Thankfully, there was another one right behind him. That's Eric Davis getting in there with the sack, the outside linebacker. Usually you don't see the linebackers getting a ton of sacks, but he was able to get in there.
Not too often, but a great job coming off the edge on the blitz to get there and get the sack. Loss of 2, as you said, 2nd and 12 there.
Check down here to Martinez. He has nowhere to go as Vegas was ready for that on defense. Losing yards going backwards, and 3rd and long coming up for the Gladiators.
Yeah, nicely done. I mean, both defenses, Eric, I got to point out, have been absolutely fantastic so far. It's hard for either offense to really get things going, and when they do, they're coming in chunks.
And it was just a good play call, I think, on defense there. They were running a little bit of a short zone, was able to pick up on the screen pass pretty easily. 3rd and long, Vasquez, free blitzer coming, spins out of it, airmails it over the middle and caught. Are you kidding me? Get out of here, Javier Vasquez. Let's see a replay.
Wow, what a move to avoid the rush coming in. Does Javier Vasquez deliver the ball to Paul Dilivo on that particular play? Absolutely incredible effort, both by the quarterback and the receiver. I can't believe that just happened.
Jeez Louise. We've seen a couple different things like that today. Rahman was able to spin out of a couple different times. Still eventually got sacked. Vasquez able to get out of that a couple different times. Martinez getting another carry, and he'll make it out to the 29-yard line. They'll give him a couple on that play. Gladiators coming out with trips towards the bottom of the screen. Martinez, the lone back. 5:30 to go here in the first half. Martinez trying to bounce at the outside. Got a block, and he's able to get out to the 23-yard line. Good chunk of yardage. Keeps him ahead of schedule. 3rd and short coming up for St. Louis.
Yeah, Martinez getting back on track. Nice little run for him right there. And as you said, 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable for them. And we'll see if they can try to convert right here.
Clock continuing to run. 2 wideouts in the formation, 1 at each end of the formation. Heavy set. I'd anticipate a Martinez handoff. That's what we get. And he finds a hole, does not get to the line to gain. 21-yard line is where they'll mark it. And it's going to be 4th and short. Field goal opportunity coming up for Amy Shalizzi.
Yeah, solid effort right there. But the outside linebacker, number 58, Day Drury, coming up with a big stop to bring up 4th and 1. And Las Vegas... well, it looks like St. Louis is going to try to go for it, Eric.
We'll see if they run a play here. Didn't even let the play clock bleed all the way down. Stopped it at about 9.5. St. Louis burning their first time out. That's a bit of a head scratcher for me, Cade.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about the play call so far. I mean, I feel like you're in enough of a position to where you know what you want to do. Go ahead and kick the field goal and take the 10-6 lead right here. And instead, you burn a timeout that may potentially come in handy a little bit later on.
So we will see Shalizzy come on for a field goal attempt. This one from 38 yards. High snap, gets it down. Pressure was coming, but Shalizzy gets it up and through, officially from 37 yards, as the Gladiators take a 10-6 lead over the Las Vegas Fury. Getting a look here as the holder gets it down pretty easily, Joe Willie Washington, and that enables Shalizzy to boot the football up and through the uprights. 10-6 your score. We'll be right back. You're watching the Simulation Football League, Live on 11 Sports, and for the fans. Stay with us. St. Louis getting the lead back up to 4, courtesy of an Emi Shalizzy field goal. 9 plays, 61 yards. Capped off with that field goal made. Kickoff fielded inside his own end zone. Max Jackson trying to find some blockers. He's a dangerous return man, but the St. Louis special teams knocks him down at the 24-yard line. Cade, what do you think Vegas needs to do to kind of regain the momentum here in this ballgame?
I think it's pretty clear, quite honestly. Give the ball to your playmaker, Scott Johnson. We talked earlier in the game about the effect he had on this offense last week, and why not give him a little bit more of an opportunity to carry the load, but lining up in the single back right here. Tom Rahman, no slouch himself. Pretty solid quarterback here.
Airing it out here on first down. Wide open man coming out of his route. Gain of about 9.5. And that's A-star Miramontes with the catch.
And nice catch by Miramontes. Nice route on the inside. They kind of rubbed to the outside coming in and left Miramontes pretty open for a Tom Rahman easy completion.
Second, and we'll call it a chest hair. Offset I formation. Johnson with the handoff, squeezes through and gets just enough for the first down out to the Vegas 37-yard line. Fresh set of downs.
Yeah, Johnson making a nice play there on short yardage, and that's exactly what you want out of your running back, is you want him to be able to convert, and he did a nice job there.
Community's thinking that Vegas was going to win this ball game, and it's pretty overwhelming vote, and yet the Fury are down by 4 here. Getting close to halftime. Rahman going to air it out towards the bottom of the screen. That's caught. Close to a first down as they make it out to the 45-yard line. LZ Pryor with another catch.
I understand the consensus vote. I really do. But we talked about this several times throughout the week, too, that there was never a moment, I think, where we ruled out the possibility of St. Louis having a good football game here on the road in Las Vegas and coming away with a victory. They're up 10-6 right now. The game's not over. There's a lot of football left to be played, but St. Louis playing a pretty good ball game here on the road.
Johnson not able to get the first down. That run defense standing stout once again as Panani and Gronick both get in there to make the stop short of the line of game.
And that's no surprise. That's something that they've done the whole football game. That's something that they've done all season. And they continue to make plays happen, and they continue to keep St. Louis competitive.
Rahman, another handoff to Johnson. Johnson's not going to get it. St. Louis stopping him behind the line. Once again, Rodney Pinotti getting in there and his buddy Nicholas Warner.
Wow, Eric, I know I said to you, when you asked me what they should do to go ahead and give the ball to Scott Johnson, but perhaps with the way this defense is playing, that they need to go ahead and find some alternatives.
Yeah, maybe find another option. It's not working so far. 2-minute warning here in Vegas. 10-6 your score as the Gladiators will get the football back on the other side of the break. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Back live after the 2-minute warning. Vegas ready to punt the football away to St. Louis. Gladiators trying to add to their 4-point lead before they hit the locker rooms for the half. St. Louis setting up the return. Good spin move and gets a forearm shiver, knocking him down at the 23-yard line. And, Cade, we highlighted the Vegas defense here, a couple of big-time playmakers in that secondary.
Oh, absolutely. As you can very clearly see, the two here, 57, 56 tackles, 2-1 tackles for loss, 8, 6, and 5. Absolutely incredible effort. This Vegas defense is not anything to be toiled with. You see St. Louis having some success right now. Don't sleep on this Vegas defense as you see him get a big sack right there on first down.
Yeah, but that's going to knock them back 4 yards as Vegas gets what they needed on first down. Actually, one of the extra defensive linemen, Jericho Kane, getting in there with the sack. Brings up 2nd and 14 for Vasquez.
And that's not what Vasquez wants to see, quite honestly, on the second down here. Would have liked to get something going on first, but both defenses today have been absolutely outstanding.
Vasquez the throw again. Got to throw it over the middle and dropped.
Oh.
Had a man open and couldn't quite reel in the catch. Tito Moss was the guilty party there on the drop.
Just, not the opportunity you'd like to give up on offense to have a guy wide open's probably not the word, but pretty open might be accurate to have the ball hit him in the mitts and watch it bounce to the turf.
He definitely had a step or two on that play. And a fresh set of downs definitely looks better than 3rd and 14, which is what Vasquez is facing. But he's going to get a first down anyway. Get out of here, Javier Vasquez. Complete to Eagle Mondavi, who had the touchdown earlier.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic job by him getting the ball to Eagle Mondavi, the wide receiver on the outside there, who comes in and just in between defenders like it's clockwork. Just, wow. I mean, I continue to be impressed by his ability, the young fella really showing what he can do in this football game today.
Having full reign of the offense as he's changing things up at the line. Gets the man to jump. Going to be a handoff to Cairo Martinez. Loss of about a yard, but that's not going to matter. They're going to get a free 5 off the penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, number 54, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat.
Brett Sawyer trying to time the snap count there. He was the guilty party, and we'll get free 5 yards for the Gladiators.
Can't say I blame him for trying to make something happen, but unfortunately in the effort of trying to make something happen, he's hurt his team just a little bit here. And you got to be a little bit more disciplined than that. But 1st and 5 it is for St. Louis, and we'll see what they come up with here.
And worse yet, that stops the clock for the Gladiators. They're working with 2 timeouts here. 3 wideouts towards the top of the screen. Martinez with the handoff goes absolutely nowhere as the Fury were ready for that one. going no huddle here. Same formation. This time Vasquez will throw. Top of the formation, caught as he falls down near the far sideline. Close to first down yardage. Clock continuing to tick. I'm not sure why St. Louis isn't burning any of their timeouts right now.
Yeah, not too sure. They got plenty of them.
Vasquez again to throw. He's going to get first down yardage out to the 44-yard line. But yeah, got to call something. Jeez. Finally calls their second timeout. 1 remaining here. And they'll have 3 seconds left to go. Definitely not within field goal range, but we'll see a Hail Mary.
Yeah, probably, Eric, cost themselves at least an additional play by letting the clock run, not call a timeout sooner.
Can't argue with that one. I was anticipating them to burn a timeout eons ago, but just was not in the game plan for the Gladiators coaching staff. Ryan Owens trotting out towards the top of that formation there. 4 wideouts, all towards the top. Vasquez stepping up, trying to find a lane. He's thrown, and it's incomplete. I thought he was going to get it off, but good closure by Rhett Sawyer, forcing the incompletion, and 10-6 will be your score at the half.
Who else would it be? Who else would it be to knock it away? Thought he was. Same with you, Eric. I thought he was going to have an opportunity to get rid of that football, and Rhett Sawyer making a heck of a play on the outside to get to the quarterback just in time.
Let's get a look at the first half stats and highlights here. Okay, what jumps out at you?
I definitely got to point out the fact that the rushing yards for both teams, 16 for St. Louis and 12 for Las Vegas. I mean, I know we talked coming into this game about how good both of these rushing defenses really were, but I expected one team or the other to have a little bit more success, and neither one has been able to get anything going at all on the ground, and whichever team can try to make that happen in the second half is probably going to be the team that comes away with the victory here.
Well, and we talked a little bit about it earlier in the first half that one of these quarterbacks has to step up, and no arguments. It's going to be Javier Vasquez in the first half there.
Wholeheartedly agree with you. Vasquez making some really nice throws. The young fella really showing what he can do. We're seeing him grow up right before our eyes. The rookie second-round pick, 21st overall out of Ottawa is Javier Vasquez, and boy, he's just he's laying some real nice ones out there today. This is the youth. This is the future face of the SFL here in St. Louis, and boy, he's getting it done.
So we get a look at him spinning out of that sack. A free rusher spins out of the sack and somehow completes it over the middle. My mind was literally blown to pieces watching that play. As we get a look at beautiful Silver State Stadium here in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. That beautiful sky in the background. Man, Kate, it's good to be in Sin City.
It sure is, man. It sure is. And for all the bettors out there, I got good news for you. You're in the right city today. Not sure what you chose. If you betted the over or the under, we have Kate's weekly over-under bet, as I feel like we've made it. And I took the under on this one, folks. 48.5, the over-under. I took the under. I'm not sure what you guys are looking at out there, but you're in the right city if you're thinking about it.
Well, I know I saw at least some slot machines down there in the main concourse coming up here to the broadcast booth. Those are calling my name, man.
Yes, sir. Let's get it done.
So Kate taking the under very clearly in the green on that one. Vegas, the favorites coming in. We obviously don't bet on that. 10-6 your score as Vegas takes over here for their first possession of the second half. From the 20-yard line, Rahman in trouble immediately, and he's going to go down. Linebacker Mark Gronick was coming in free and coming in hot, and he got him.
Oh, he sure did. They're not. You know what? I'll give you a lot of credit, St. Louis. That is doing a fantastic job. They're not giving Rahman time to make a decision. He's rattled. They're making hits. This has been a consistent thing for this team. And if you're Rahman in the Las Vegas Fury, you got to find a way to get rid of the ball a little bit faster.
Brings up second and long for the Fury. Rahman stepping up, tipped up in the air and incomplete. That could have easily been another tip drill interception as Benani knocks it up in the air and Colin Douglas was in the area.
Yeah, in the area, very, very interested in taking that one away. There was an opportunity, if that ball hung just a little bit longer, that someone could have been walking into the end zone very easily.
Brings up another 3rd and long situation here for the Fury. They've converted 41% of their 3rd downs this season. Will they complete this one? No. St. Louis making the stop at the 27-yard line, short of the line to gain, and a 3-and-out to start things off here for the Fury on offense.
Yeah, Garrison Blue, nice catch overall on 3rd down, unfortunately short of the sticks. And Las Vegas, unfortunately for them, are going to have to give the ball right back to St. Louis, which is really getting done what they set out to accomplish so far today. They're controlling the time of possession. They are controlling the defensively. They're controlling Las Vegas's offense. And I mean, listen, you put those two things together and you do it for 4 quarters, and I think the result is very, very clear.
Pressure was coming there, and Vegas able to get the football away. Going to be good starting field position here at the 36-yard line for the Gladiators as they come out for their first possession of the second half. Javier Vasquez, 11 of 15, 158 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. And he's definitely stepped up here for that faulty rushing game that they're seeing here today.
Yeah, no doubt. Listen, when you come up against a team who plays the run extremely well, you have to you got to call an audible and you got to make something else happen. And that's exactly what they've done so far.
Single back is Cairo Martinez. He will get the handoff here, and good tackle behind the line. We've seen plenty of that from both defenses today. This one, Day Drury getting in there for the tackle for loss. Getting a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Simulation Football League. Atlanta and Arizona coming up at 1 p.m. on Sunday. Lone Star Fort Worth at 3 o'clock. Baltimore, Mexico City at 5. And Denver and Charleston going to be on Monday night. That's going to be the nightcap Monday night, your crowd play game of the week. Handoff to Martinez, following blockers, and finally busts out a long run out to the 49-yard line. We've been waiting to see that from one of these running backs. Martinez finally makes a play.
Yeah, I'm honestly quite surprised it took as long as it did. I know both run defenses are extremely stout, but Martinez, after struggling just a little bit last week, able to break a really nice one out right there.
Speaking of which, you can catch the SFL live every July through October and every January through April over the weekends and Monday nights on 11 Sports for the fans and the SFL's YouTube and Twitch channels. Follow at Simulationfl on Twitter to always get the most up-to-date broadcast dates, times, matchups, so you don't miss a moment of the action. Vasquez got a man. First down yardage into Vegas territory to the 39-yard line.
Paul Dilivo right there once again. Nice catch coming across the middle. And, what more can I say about Vasquez? He's had a really nice game so far, making some nice throws and hits the open man in stride. And a first down. They are moving those chains.
St. Louis putting together an extended drive here as they move into Fury territory. Setting up 1st and 10 from the 39. 3 wideouts for the Gladiators. Martinez, the single back, got a man to jump. Free play as Martinez gets the swing pass out of the backfield. He'll get a 1.5 yards, but they'll get a free 5 off the penalty.
Yeah, very dangerous 2-step drop on that play, but able to get the ball away just in time, and we'll take advantage of this penalty here.
Neutral zone infraction, number 54, defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
And once again, Rhett Sawyer trying to get in there and time the snap count right and didn't quite get it right.
Yeah, I can't blame him for wanting to try to make a play for Las Vegas. They need one right now more than ever, and unfortunately cost his team 5 yards instead.
Trying to get the football back to his offense as Martinez averaging 3 yards a carry on the ground. See if he can add to that total here on 1st and 5. Martinez with the handoff, and again, a good open field tackle by the Fury on defense. He goes nowhere. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards. Rhett Sawyer got in there that time.
Yeah, who else would it be? Who else would it be? Rhett Sawyer making all kinds of plays in this game right now on the defensive line for Las Vegas. Getting in the backfield, making another one right there.
Actually, a loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 8. 2 backs for Vasquez to work with. Play action. Pressure's coming, and he's going to go down. Sack for more loss of yardage there as the Fury are not playing on this set of downs. Tank Hutt getting in there, making a stop.
Tank Hut, 3rd and 9 at the 38-yard line. Huge down right here. Yeah, I think they need to come up just short of the first down marker if they want a shot at a field goal.
Vasquez, good pocket. Pressure's coming, though, and he goes down. Delayed blitz and another sack, back-to-back plays. That knocks him out of field goal range, and that's exactly what Vegas needed.
Yeah, that's that was best case scenario for the Las Vegas Fury right there. Once again a coverage sack. I have to say with time is Javier Vasquez and just cannot decide to go with the football. And unfortunately for him and the St. Louis Gladiators, they're going to have to go ahead and punt the ball back to Las Vegas.
And that delayed blitz confused the offensive line for sure because that enabled A.K. Jones to get in there for the sack. Zabrowski trying to pin them back deep. Max Jackson has other ideas as he tries to bounce it out to the far sideline, gets out to the 15-yard line where Vegas will take over, trying to take the lead down by 4 here at home. You're watching the Simulation Football League, live on 11 Sports and For the Fans. We'll be right back. Setting up shop at the 15-yard line is Thomas Rahman and company. 3 wideouts towards the bottom of the formation for him to work with, down by 4 here at home. It's going to be a handoff to Scott Johnson as he gets tackled for a minimal gain, and that brings up a second down. Download Crowd Play, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action, answer questions, and you'll get a chance to win a share of the $1,000 prize pool. Your next chance to win is Monday night. We'll have Monday Night Football live at 9 p.m. Eastern when the Denver Night Wings travel to face the Charleston Predators. Visit crowdplayapp.com for more information. It's free to download on both iOS and Google Play stores. Rahman got to sling it out. Screenplay to Johnson. Can't get away from the defenders as he'll only get maybe 1.5 yards. And Cade, the Fury are struggling here on offense to find any sort of footing.
Yeah, struggling to really get anything going. There were a couple of Las Vegas defenders in the backfield. I feel like as soon as the ball was snapped on that last play, and I'm just really not giving the offense an opportunity to do too much of anything.
Empty in the gun is Rahman, only 3 down linemen for St. Louis, ready for a pass play. Rahman quickly throws towards the bottom of the formation. Couldn't quite get his footing is Mason Kirby, as he'll get knocked down short of the line to gain. That's what I was trying to say the whole time, as he makes it out to the 23-yard line.
A solid effort, my friend. 4th and 3 coming up right here. And, just if you're Las Vegas, one of these times you get the football back, you're going to have to take advantage of the opportunity because St. Louis has every opportunity to run away and potentially put more points up. They've just barely been stopped. That's the 2nd time in a row they've almost blocked a punt as well.
Not a big return here for the Gladiators, but still set up with good field position at the 44-yard line. We'll see if they can capitalize here as they got into Vegas territory on the last possession, and the Fury got back-to-back sacks, knocking them out of field goal range.
Yeah, knocking them out of field goal range, and a heck of a defensive effort on that one too. I mean, like every opportunity to put more points up, and the Fury really doing what they do. And like you said, great field position to start off for St. Louis.
Martinez getting a carry, and he'll get stopped behind the line once again. They'll give him a courtesy yard out to the line of scrimmage, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And the Fury, they know what's going on here. Don't get it twisted. They know exactly what's going on. So they got to get the football back to their offense as much as they possibly can and limit this Gladiator offense.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong at all. And they're doing the best that they can. 2nd 10, a great play on 1st down.
Another handoff to Martinez. This time he finds a hole. He's going to bounce it to the outside. Does he have the speed to get into the end zone? He'll have one man to beat. Eventually gets knocked out of bounds towards the far sideline into the SFL red zone down at the 13-yard line.
That was an absolutely incredible run right there by Martinez. I can't, I'm just, wow. I mean, breaks a tackle out of the backfield, gets to the outside, left side, up the sideline, and finally stopped by the number 39, the cornerback, Merrick Itera, knocking him out of bounds, stopping him just short of his ultimate goal. And wow, that was absolutely incredible effort right there. The longest run play we've seen of the game by far.
And we'll get a look at another long play here from a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, Cairo Martinez takes this one into the end zone. A slow game last week. Unfortunately, 17-yard touchdown run by Cairo Martinez against the Lone Star Glory. As we said, a rough game last week for him. Not much doing against the Fort Worth Toros, but a great run by him right here. And as you see, he's got the breakaway speed, Eric. If he can just get to the outside, Cairo Martinez has the ability to make plays. And we've seen it from him a few times this year, and we expect to see it from him moving forward more and more as he continues to grow.
It's a nice showing by that Fort Worth defense there. Martinez getting another handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside on the near sideline, and he'll get stopped behind the line for a loss of a yard.
I think I know one of the linebackers who plays for that team who may have shut him out last week. I don't know who he is, though. It's some E.K. Vincent guy.
There's a good-looking guy wearing the double nickel on that defense.
Double nickel. Doesn't mess around.
Never. 3 wideouts this time for St. Louis. 2 towards the top of the formation. Handoff to Martinez, trying to get more yardage under his belt. And he'll get positive yardage out to the 18-yard line. 3rd and 9 coming up here. Okay, this is a big 3rd down here for both teams.
This is huge. Yeah, this is absolutely massive 3rd down right here. You got to come up with a stop if you're Las Vegas. You know, you cannot let St. Louis get any closer. A touchdown is absolutely worst case scenario.
And Vasquez almost threw a pick there. Jeez Louise. Day Drury was eyeing him in the backfield the entire time. Pre-snap and everything. We saw it there, courtesy of our videographers. And, geez, you throw it right at Day Drury. Don't do that.
If you're Drury, you're probably beating yourself up a little bit because, boy, you just gave up an opportunity to really swing some momentum right there.
But, man, he should have had that. That was just gift wrap there. I saw the bow from up here in the broadcast booth.
He could have been going the other way very easily, my friend.
Instead, we'll see another Amy Shalizzi field goal attempt. This one going to be from 35 yards. Snap is good this time, and it is up and away and through from 35 yards, extending the lead out to 7 as they extend the lead to 13-6. So we get another look here. Shalizzi, tried and true, right through the uprights. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back on the other side. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and for the fans, live from Sin City. 7-point lead for the Gladiators on the road here in Vegas. Chalizzi booting the ball down the field to Max Jackson. He will return it out of his own end zone. Trying to find some blockers. Does towards the outside. He's on the near sideline. Is anyone going to catch him? Amy Chalizzi's the only one that can catch him. And no, that's actually not Chalizzi. It was one of the extra backs out there. It finally brings him down, but not until he's into St. Louis territory. That's exactly what Vegas needed.
Absolutely what they needed right there. And wow, heck of an effort on that particular play. Great blocking. Let's point that out first and foremost. But Max Jackson, the strong safety for the Las Vegas Fury, and return specialist extraordinaire, taking that one out down to the St. Louis 38-yard line.
Gerald Winkler, the first-round draft pick for the Gladiators, able to corral Jackson and prevent the touchdown. Vegas setting up shop at the 38-yard line. Johnson hasn't gotten much here to speak of today. He'll get a gain of 4 on first down. And Cade, Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. Replica jerseys are out right now. Get your name on the back of your team's or your fan favorite team's jersey and visit team stores and libraries for purchase options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at simulationfl.net. Just hit that lovely little shop button on the website. And we love Sector 6.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Jersey's looking fresh. Ooh.
Johnson with another carry, and he gets tattooed right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle and minimal gain there.
Yeah, Nicholas Warner coming up with the big play on that particular one right there. And Warner, a big season for him so far. 51 tackles, 6 total for a loss, and 1 interception so far.
His first season here in St. Louis, playing for the Gladiators, coming over from the Florida Storm as Rahman finds his man wide open for first down yardage. Inside the SFL red zone to the 18-yard line. Had a step there, and that's a good play there by John Blades.
Yeah, John Blades. A great throw by Tom Rahman and great catch by John Blades. And so far, this drive is looking like its best-case scenario for Las Vegas. They need to capitalize. A touchdown plus the extra point will tie this game, folks.
Crowd is on their feet here in Vegas as their Fury move inside the red zone. Johnson with another carry. Good blocking. He springs free, and he'll get to the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 9. It's going to be second and short coming up. I thought he was going to break that kid.
Oh, I did too. I really thought he was heading for the pylon on that one, Eric, and a good call by yourself. And a nice run on that particular play by Scott Johnson. We'll see if they can finish it off.
Johnson up to 30 yards on 16 carries. The Fury trying to keep him in the offensive game plan. He will get the first down out to the 6-yard line. Will give him a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
First and goal. First and goal from the 6. Sometimes first and goal from the 6 can feel like it's first or second or third from forever away. But Las Vegas, this is a huge series of events for them right here. They don't want to settle for the 3. They'll take the 3 to keep it close. They want to tie this game.
Might be the last play before the end of the quarter as Johnson gets buried in the backfield, although we do have a penalty marker on the play. That should be a free 5 yards for the Fury.
I do believe you are 100% correct there, my friend.
Neutral zone infraction, number 58, defense.
And that was Dubstat on the defensive line, getting a jump a little early. And that will move the Fury closer to the goal line, I should say, as we have reached the end of the third quarter. Gladiators with a 7-point lead, but the Fury are knocking on the door. Everybody get your fours up in the chat. We love to see them. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and for the fans. We are live from Sin City. Flipping sides of the field here for the final quarter of action as Thomas Rahman hands it off to Scott Johnson, and he goes nowhere once again. Panani getting in there for another stop behind the line. Eric Vincent alongside my best friend Cade Stevens. We've got Mark Chisholm and Ben Warner in the stats truck for us here this evening. And Cade, we got a good one here, buddy. We got a good one.
Yeah, it's looking good so far, my friend. Las Vegas with an opportunity to try to put the ball in the end zone. Second goal from the 4-yard line of St. Louis.
Johnson, another carry, tried to spin out of the one-on-one tackle, couldn't quite do it. Panani has been all over the field today. I'm getting tired of saying his name. That's not true.
Panani having a heck of a game, honestly. Great reads by him and great acceleration to get to the ball carrier. When the ball was first handed off, quite honestly, to Scott Johnson, I thought he was going to get in. And Panani, with the closing speed that he has, wasted no time bringing him down for a loss of 1.
Rahman gonna throw. Pressure's coming in. His face tipped up in the air, still in the air and incomplete. The referee was somehow at the bottom of that pile. I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, touchdown to the referee, no problem.
Yeah, no problem. Boudreaux going to come on for a field goal attempt here, and it's not the end of the world here for the Fury, but Kate, you said it. They definitely wanted to get 6 on the board.
Yeah, not the result I do believe the team was hoping for or shooting for, but hey, 3 points closer to your opponent is 3 points closer. Making this field goal, Boudreaux would put the team up or down just a 13-6 or 13-9 here. Sorry.
Another chippy field goal here for Boudreaux, 22 yards. Snap is down, kick is away. It is through from 22. 13-9, your score. And we've got plenty of fine people here in that SFL Twitch chat here on FTF Next. Tom Rahman 11, Mr. Andrew Zev, Ray Nyola, A. Roberto, the mighty Joe Young, Eagle Mondavi, Hitman Holdorfs, Football Dude, and plenty of others here. If you want to chat with the owners, coaches, and players in the FTF Next Twitch chat, visit twitch.tv/FTF Next to meet the players you're watching on screen today. As we get a return here for St. Louis out to the 21-yard line where they'll take over. And you can get involved, witness the passion of the community, and follow along with all the action amongst the most dedicated SFL players. Again, that's the FTF Next Twitch chat at twitch.tv/FTF Next. Just inside of 10 minutes to go here in the ball game. Gladiators setting up shop for another possession. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff to Martinez. Cairo Martinez showing a little bit of life here in the second half as he's racked up 73 yards on the ground. Okay, that defense of the Gladiators has been extra saucy here today.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Very saucy indeed, Eric. They're taking care of business is the defense for St. Louis. And it's nice to see Martinez get things going a little bit after he struggled last week. And I do not believe we have seen the last of him, my friend.
I said we're going to see it here once again, and he's going to get first down yardage out to the 31-yard line. And, Cade, like I said, that defense has been keeping St. Louis in the ballgame. They've only given up 3 touchdowns in their last 5 games. That's an incredible stat.
Absolutely phenomenal, quite honestly. I mean, like, there's a lot of people out there who would beg to have the same kind of stat. And look at St. Louis. They're getting it done, my friend.
Martinez met in the backfield this time, and he'll get a loss of 2 on his stat sheet. Slim Shady getting in there, the former Seattle Tyrant. Second and 12 as Vasquez sets up behind the line. He'll be under center. Martinez, the lone back. Vegas stacking the box here, anticipating a run. They won't get it, though. Vasquez is going to throw it to a wide open man at the top of the formation. Caught close to first down yardage as he fights for extra yards out to the 39-yard line.
That was extremely well drawn up, as you said. Expecting a run was Las Vegas, and they didn't get it. A quick out to the tight end, Phil Koss, for St. Louis, and all of a sudden they're staring at a 3rd and about 1.5.
Big third down here for both teams as Martinez will get a carry trying to find first down yardage, and he's going to get it. They're going to give him forward progress out to the 42-yard line. That was a little iffy for me, Cade. I'm not sure if he got it.
It looked like he got it on the initial stretch, got pushed back, and then came back in and fell down over the line, or maybe just on the line. I'm not too sure. I would have liked to see a replay of that, but it does not appear that anybody's going to contest that he got it. And St. Louis marches on.
Vegas with 3 down linemen this time. Vasquez in the gun. He has plenty of time, and he's going to air it out deep. And he had a man, couldn't quite reel it in. That was Phil Koss once again. But I think the hit jarred the football loose, Cade.
I do believe so. That's something that Javier Vasquez is going to learn in the SFL as he continues to grow experience, is to potentially release that ball as Koss breaks onto that route, getting behind the linebacker Day Drury on that particular play. And the timing as they continue to grow experience and rhythm together is only going to get better. But just a narrow miss on a great opportunity for him.
Big hit there by Merrick Itera, jarred the football loose as well. Sets up 2nd down. Vasquez, pressure's coming again. Throws it into coverage and incomplete. Not sure if the wide receiver was expecting a little bit more of a lead there, Cade, but Vasquez left it short.
Just barely. Wow. Almost an opportunity for Las Vegas to take that football back.
So we'll see a 3rd down. Another obvious passing situation. No running backs here in the formation. 5 wideouts for Vasquez. Short drop. Going to throw it down towards the near sideline. Caught. Could not break the tackle. And he is not going to get the 1st down. And that was Paul Dillevo with the catch. And they'll mark him down in midfield. It's going to be a punt for the Gladiators.
Yeah, close. They got to find a way to do a better job at the route tree on that one and get him out to the 1st down marker, as opposed to a few yards short, hoping and praying that he can make a play.
Zabrowski coming on with another punt. Just inside of 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. No pressure coming on that punt. Vegas will set up the return. Jackson trying to avoid the first defender, gets wrapped up by the ankles, and he'll fall short of the 20-yard line. When we come back, Vegas going to get another crack at taking the lead here at home in Silver State Stadium. You're watching the Simulation Football League, live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Vegas taking over for another 4th quarter possession and looking to take the lead once again. Haven't gotten a touchdown on the board, courtesy of that St. Louis defense. We'll see what Rahman and company have in store for them on this drive. Rahman, plenty of time. He's going to air it out, tip it in the air, and incomplete. Cage, you don't want to pick on this secondary here. Both secondaries, very formidable, and we saw that right there.
Yeah, solid effort. Solid effort indeed, and almost came away with one.
Got some big-time matchups coming up here in the Simulation Football League. A lot of them coming up tomorrow here, as we'll see Atlanta visiting Arizona. We'll see the I-35 shootouts, Las Vegas. Lone Star visiting Fort Worth, along with a slew of others here, as we get a loss of about 3 on that play by Scott Johnson. Sets up 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, not too terribly surprised on that. Like this, St. Louis's defense run-wise this game, if we've not overstated it so far, has been incredible.
Sets up an obvious passing situation here. 3 down linemen for the Gladiators on defense. Rahman, pressure still coming into space. He's going to air it out. He's got his man wide open towards the top of the screen. He's got some speed. Is anyone going to catch him as he waltzes into the end zone? Yes. They'll finally get him down at the 4-yard line. The GOAT in action once again, Mason Kirby.
Mason Kirby making a play after the catch, and a great job by Tom Rahman getting him the football on the outside. Throws the ball and gets it to him just over the cornerback, Drew Reilly, who's unable to catch up with him. Mason Kirby's speed down the sideline, absolutely incredible. He's tripped up just at the 4-yard line, and all of a sudden, Las Vegas, Eric, staring at an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this game.
St. Louis is hearing that knocking on the door. Rahman to throw. He wants the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Vegas.
Absolutely incredible turn of events for the Las Vegas Fury. Getting the ball to the outside there, the wide receiver, John Blades, making a heck of a catch coming on the inside slant. Tom Rahman, wasting no time, knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, as you see a little bit of a pick route right there. And Las Vegas, all of a sudden, Eric, at home with 5 minutes and 41 seconds on the clock, in the lead for the first time today.
Extra point coming up here for Otis Boudreaux. This will give Vegas a field goal lead. Gets the snap down. It's up and through, 16-13, as Vegas takes the lead, and they are now up by 3 at home. Both teams trying to break even here, Cade. Both sitting at 3-4, wanting to get back to 500 as we hit the latter half of the season.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot on the line here. I mean, this game could potentially mean the momentum that they need to make a run towards the playoffs. And it's a big step, and whoever comes out on top here, I expect to push forward and make an effort.
Return out to about the 18-yard line, 19-yard line, as we get a look at the standings here for the playoffs. Vegas just on the inside of that playoff bubble. St. Louis on the outside looking in. They made the playoffs for the first time in franchise history last season, and they're definitely looking to make it a back-to-back situation for them here. And they are down by 3 with 5:37 to go.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of calling the last game of the season for St. Louis, which got them into the playoffs. And as you see a sack right there, Rhett Sawyer coming in for his 2nd sack of the game. Absolutely phenomenal effort by him, not just in the pass rush department, but the run stopping game for him on the edge has been phenomenal today. But as I was saying, Eric, we had the pleasure of calling the St. Louis game where they punched their ticket last season, and what a pleasure it was. And they're looking, even though they have gone towards the way of the youth, trying to find a way back.
Vasquez throwing it out, and he's got his man. That's Phil Koss, the tight end. He's got some speed for a big boy. Is he going to outrun the defense? He'll get stopped inside the 5-yard line at the 3. Man, I'm getting deja vu here.
I feel like we just saw a repeat of what Las Vegas was able to accomplish on their last drive, and Phil Koss doing a fantastic job getting on the outside. Great throw by the rookie Javier Vasquez. And wow, all of a sudden, St. Louis threatening to take the lead right back.
Both these teams are like, oh, okay, I mean, we've fooled around enough. It's the 4th quarter. Let's go ahead and give it some gas. And
yeah, offense.
Big plays all over the place.
Absolutely incredible, Eric. This is it's been an absolute pleasure to call this game with you so far, and here we go again.
Here we go again. Vasquez again sacked as Rhett Sawyer gets in there once again. Third sack of the ball game for Sawyer.
A big game for Sawyer, as you see right there. Absolutely makes mincemeat of the left tackle, comes up in and just decimates Vasquez on that play.
That is his 14th sack overall this season.
That's incredible. Incredible effort.
Came into this week third in sacks. That'll certainly jumpstart his numbers quite a bit. Martinez found a hole towards the bottom of the formation, and he'll get some positive yards out to the 3-yard line as he's kind of rebounded here in the second half, Cade.
Yeah, Martinez showing the physicality here in the second half. You really saw it on that run right there as he was not afraid to lower the shoulder and punish the defender for trying to come get him. And right now you see St. Louis third and goal, 3-yard line. Big play right here.
Play action. Vasquez stepping up, throwing it end zone and incomplete. No. That was not where you wanted to throw the football. There are plenty of black jerseys in the area, and that'll set up a short field goal attempt.
Yeah, very nearly turned the ball over to the linebacker, Dave Drury, on that play. For a moment, it looked like Vasquez had a lane. If he wanted to take off with the ball himself, he might have made it to the goal line. But a field goal here for St. Louis ties the ball game. And nonetheless, they come away with points, provided this is good.
Shalizzi with another field goal attempt. Her third today. This one from about 20, and it is up and through, tying the football game up at 16 points apiece with 3:32 left to go in the ball game. Get your player position locked and loaded today through our Discord server in the SFL Minor League, SFLM, now 12 teams. There's more opportunities than ever to be the player you've always wanted to be. Join the Discord community through Simulationfl.net. Second season of the SFLM starts in October. Contact Deputy Commissioner Andrew Rastelli on Discord for more info. Jackson had a big-time return earlier in the ball game, not this time as he makes it out to the 21-yard line, where the Fury will take over. And Kate, it seems every time we see the upcoming schedule for these teams, it's never an easy one, as they've got 3 tough ball games coming up here. 2 of them at home, though. Yeah, 2 of them at home. That's going to make a big difference for them. The Chicago game, Atlanta, Denver. I mean, all 3 of them are big games for Las Vegas. Denver, obviously, probably the most daunting task they see ahead of them. But you cannot look forward one game at a time, and they'll go from there. Rahman throws it towards the far sideline, and that's caught. Some toe drag swag there from Mason Kirby as he's had 5 catches for 112 yards today. Yeah, he's not messing around, Mason Kirby. Obviously, the big one that we saw earlier down to the 4-yard line of St. Louis before he's wrangled down, unfortunately unable to come up with the ultimate score, but they get it anyways. And Mason Kirby been an integral part so far of this offense, and I fully expect we've not heard the last of him. He's a big part of that Seattle Tyrant team that made the championship game just a couple seasons ago. Making big plays out here in the desert for the Fury. Sidearm throw by Rahman and nothing doing. Couldn't even make it out of the backfield as we get a look at the Gladiators' upcoming schedule. Baltimore, that's going to be a tough one. London's been kind of iffy this season. That might be a dub at home, especially at home. And Houston is, again, one of those sneaky good teams. You never know what you're going to get from them. Especially in Houston. Yeah, especially in Houston. London, in all fairness, looks like they might be starting to put a few things together. So you cannot write them off. And there's an interception for St. Louis. Drew really getting in there and making the pick. He's making up for his mistake on that big-time Mason Kirby catch. And he was Johnny on the spot there, able to make the pick off the Gronick tip. Yes, off the hands of Mark Gronick, and a great play right there, as you said, potentially making up for a mistake earlier in the game. And all of a sudden, St. Louis in the driver's seat with less than 3 minutes to go in this football game. And Cade, we said it, both these teams just nothing but gas, no brakes, as they hit that final 4 minutes. 2:51 here to go. Offset I formation for St. Louis. Handoff Martinez. Little juke move there as he doesn't make it out of the backfield. Drury in there on the stop. Yeah, unfortunately for Martinez, I think he
I think he hurt himself on that one. I think if he blasts at full speed to the outside left of that offensive line, he might still be running.
Two backs in the backfield this time for Vasquez. Turnaround handoff, sidesteps the defender, and we'll make it out to the 25-yard line. Third and manageable coming up here for St. Louis. A little slow to get up there was Martinez, but he's up and on his feet. We'll see if we get one more play in before the 2-minute warning. I don't think they're going to get it off. 2 minutes to go, and we've got a good one. 16 all with St. Louis knocking on the door. Do not go anywhere. You're watching the Simulation Football League live on 11 Sports and for the fans. Two minutes to go here in Sin City. Rhett Sawyer has had 3 sacks on the ball game today. St. Louis faced with a critical 3rd and 6. Vasquez throws it towards the top of the formation. Wide open receiver, spin move for extra yardage, and eventually gets knocked out of bounds, but there will be a fresh set of downs for the Gladiators.
Yeah, that was very nicely drawn up by St. Louis to get the ball across the first down marker and give themselves an opportunity at a shot here. 15-yard line of Las Vegas. St. Louis marching, trying to find a way to win this football game.
Not sure stepping out of bounds was in the game plan there. They're probably wanting to run this clock as much as possible.
Got to imagine.
Martinez with the handoff. He's got good blockers. He's going to get in the end zone. Touchdown, Cairo Martinez.
Cairo Martinez. Wow, I mean, a very slow start for him. Very slow start for the running game as a whole. And boy, he's really come on in the second half. You see it right there. A great run. 15-yard touchdown run for Cairo Martinez up the right side. Very nearly untouched on his way to the end zone.
He was not touched. Not a single person touched him.
Yeah, it looked like maybe his first little shimmy through blockers there. He might have got just the tip of a finger, but that's the extent of it, and a nice run by him, man. Just absolutely outstanding.
Checking the ball for life in the end zone there as his own offense finally gives him some life. Getting him in the end zone. Could this possibly be a walk-off touchdown as St. Louis takes a 7-point lead, but Cade, there's plenty of time on that clock there.
1 minute, 51 seconds. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. There's still plenty that can happen here in this football game. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's not over. There's plenty left to be had as Las Vegas, receiving the kickoff right here, has got something to work with.
Gladiators capitalizing on that interception. Max Jackson, dangerous return man, gets corralled at the 21-yard line. 15-yard rushing touchdown for Cairo Martinez. Capped off a 4-play, 29-yard drive, as I mentioned, on the other side of a Drew Riley interception, and that is where we sit right now, 23-16. Your score, Vegas trying to even things up with 1:47 to go.
Yeah, just incredible to be at this point. I mean, we anticipated at the beginning of the game this could be a close one, and I don't think even I expected it to be the way that it has, as Las Vegas tries to chip away at the yardage they stare at here. That's going to be a nice gain of 6 on first down and bring up a 2nd and 4.
Kirby, the one stepping out of bounds there. He's got over 100 yards. Eagle Mondavi with over 100 yards on the other side for the Gladiators. Both guys with big-time pass plays. We'll see if Rahman can pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Rahman throws it over the middle and incomplete. It was going to be a diving attempt there by John Blades, but it was good coverage by the St. Louis secondary. Third down coming up.
Yeah, the big third down. Huge third down, some might even say. I got to imagine, Eric, this is probably 4-down territory at this point.
Oh, yeah. Got to be. Got to go for it. Trips towards the top of the formation for Rahman. Johnson, the single back, and they're going to run it. And he's got the first down yardage and more out to the 35-yard line. They're going to go no huddle here as they approach 90 seconds left.
Eric, very clearly, I am not the only one who did not expect him to run there. St. Louis did not either. And a great run on on third down to give him a first down by Scott Johnson.
And I think they're wanting to stay in this formation. They might have St. Louis on their heels. Johnson going to go with a third handoff in a row, and what the heck am I thinking? Gladiators stopping behind the line. Vegas forced to burn their first time out on third down.
I think Vegas maybe thought they had something and abused it a little more than they should have. Set themselves up with a really nice opportunity for play action. Unfortunately, didn't take advantage of it.
Instead, they'll get a 3rd and 7 here. Obvious passing situation. 2 backs in the backfield for Rahman. He's got 3 wideouts, 2 towards the top of the screen. 6 in the box for St. Louis. Rahman going to throw it down towards the bottom of the formation. Stays in bounds and gets the first down before stepping out of bounds. I know you held your breath there, Kate. I did as well.
Good grief. I was real worried for a moment there he was going to step out of bounds before he got to the first down marker. But at first glance, it appears he did an excellent job of staying in bounds, getting past the first down marker, and just about at midfield. Las Vegas staring at a prime opportunity here.
Rahman going to throw it again. Tackle made. Short gain out to the St. Louis 47-yard line as we hit under 60 seconds to go. Fury with 2 timeouts here. Rahman taking his time at the line. Taking a ton of time at the line. He's going to throw it. Got a man wide open. First down yardage, and again steps out of bounds, holding on to those timeouts. John Blades with another catch.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I made the point there. It was a little surprising, and you brought up, tick-tock. I mean, the clock's running down. I couldn't believe they were letting it go as long as they did, and then they make a play like that to John Blades on the outside who steps out of bounds. At the St. Louis 38-yard line, all of a sudden they don't look so foolish.
Rahman, again, going to throw it that same spot, and again gets out of bounds. This time, LZ Pryor with the catch. He'll get a gain of 5, 40 seconds frozen on the clock.
And Las Vegas is chipping away at this effort here. We'll see if they can come up with something.
I don't know about you, man, but I'm gnawing my fingernails here. I don't even want to think about the coaching staff on both sidelines.
They may not show it at face value, but I can definitely imagine they're a little stressed out right now.
Rahman under center, 2 backs behind him. Rahman gonna go with the screen, bobbled and incomplete. Gosh, that was dangerous there.
Yeah, that very easily could have been intercepted off of the deflection. Unfortunately for St. Louis, not able to come up with it, and Las Vegas catches a break.
I was seeing reservations for 6 written all over that, man.
For sure. Absolutely.
Empty set for Rahman, 3rd and 5. Rahman takes the snap, guns it over the middle, caught, first down yardage, out to the 25-yard line. Moving those chains, clock continues to tick away.
Tick, 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 tick.
Rahman airing it out, middle of the field, incomplete. They were looking for, there was a wide receiver there running the inside post, I think, and Warner just stepped right in front of it.
Yeah, Warner doing an excellent job knocking that one away. One of his teammates in the area there, I'm sure, would have liked to come up with that one in the midst. and call this one a game. But Las Vegas still very much alive. 2nd and 10, 2 timeouts, 23 seconds to go. Wow. Woo.
Rahman takes the snap. He's got time. He'll throw it towards the near sideline. Caught. First down yardage. Gets tattooed as he crosses the line to gain into the SFL red zone down to the 13-yard line. Second timeout called by Las Vegas.
A no-brainer timeout right there by Las Vegas. John Blades, another great catch on the outside, doing a phenomenal job of turning the ball upfield as soon as he catches it and getting the additional yardage. And that's really helped him out here. And then they're staring at a very peculiar situation, a 1st and 10 on the St. Louis 13-yard line, 17 seconds to go. They can still get a first down before they score, but they do not really have the luxury of continuing to let the time run away.
I will say one thing. I think your bet on the under is virtually safe at this point.
I do believe things are looking pretty good, folks.
Rahman over the middle, caught, touchdown Vegas.
Wow. What a circumstance. That was crazy. And Tom Rahman over the middle, folks. As you can see right there to Mason Kirby. Who else would it be? Mason Kirby making plays the whole game. We said it early on. That's not the last time we were going to hear his name called. And he comes up with a huge one right here. 14 seconds to go. And barring a catastrophe right here on the extra point and the kickoff, I expect this one to go to overtime.
We'll see if Boudreaux can nail this extra point. And he does, evening up the game at 23. And, of course, it was the GOAT, Mason Kirby, making that catch there, evening the score up and keeping the Fury in this ball game. St. Louis, with all 3 timeouts, they'll have a little bit less than 14 seconds to go here following the kickoff.
This is a crucial kickoff return for St. Louis if they want to give themselves an opportunity before overtime begins.
Get it inside his own end zone. He will bring it out. St. Louis going to get the football with 8 seconds to go at the 22-yard line. Ryan Owens trying to do everything he could, but that's not the field position they're looking for. They might get one play in before they have to burn a timeout, kid.
Yeah, very true. I'll be interested to see if they're just willing to take this one to overtime or if they want to try to lob one up.
Also, I was definitely wrong. The under is not safe at this point.
Yeah, not anymore. Not anymore.
Vasquez to throw over the middle, caught, and that's a gain of 5. And again, we'll see another timeout. Like I said, one play, one timeout burned, and we'll probably see one more play before we hit overtime, possibly. Getting a look at the upcoming schedule here for the Simulation Football League. Atlanta at Arizona is coming up, our first game of Sunday afternoon. Lone Star Fort Worth, Baltimore, Mexico City, and Denver Charleston wraps things up as our crowd play game of the week. That game will be at Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, as we have hit the end of regulation, 23 apiece, and we head to overtime, folks. Okay, this is our first overtime game of the season. First one I think we've called since the playoffs last season there. That fabled Jacksonville-Vancouver matchup.
Yeah, what a fun time that was. That was an absolute blast. And yeah, first time since then. Gladiators will receive visiting team winning the coin toss right here. And St. Louis with an opportunity on the first drive, Eric, to put this one away, my friend.
Eric Benson alongside my best friend, Cade Stevens, Mark Chisholm, and Ben Warner in the stats truck for us here as we kick off overtime. Boudreaux has his hand in the air, and we are ready to go here for extra time. Owens fielding it from his own end zone, and he will bring it out to the 23-yard line. For those of you not familiar with the Simulation Football League overtime rules, it is sudden death. First score wins, and we will play until we have a winner.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. We will play till we have a winner. We will play till the first score happens, and whether it be field goal, whether it be touchdown, first points on the board, that team is walking away with a W. and they are hitting 500 on the season here.
Vasquez in trouble. Spins out of it, throws down towards the near sideline and incomplete. I don't think that was where he wanted to throw the football. There was blanketed coverage down there. Merrick Itera along with maybe another defender.
Well, as far as evading the rush, we've seen him do that a few times today, and he's got a unique athletic ability to get away from trouble and potentially just trying to get rid of the football on that one. Not too sure. As you said, Eric, I don't think that was his intended target.
Brings up second down. Fury defensive line shifting. Vasquez takes the high snap. He's going to throw it towards the far sideline. Complete. That's Mondavi. He's been very quiet in the second half as he gets his 5th catch on the game for 113 yards.
Yeah, Mondavi, nice day for him. Real nice day. As you said, very quietly, you know, like it doesn't necessarily feel like that's the case, but phenomenal job on his end. And St. Louis's offense, both of these offense really come into life there in about the fourth quarter onward.
Yeah, back and forth fourth quarter, and that's where we are now here in overtime. 3rd and 3, Martinez getting the carry, and he's going to bounce it to the near sideline. He's going to try and get plenty of yardage and does out to the 49-yard line before he gets obliterated on the near sideline. But that's going to be a fresh set of downs here for St. Louis.
Yeah, there's a brief moment there, Eric. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought he was headed for pay dirt, and I'm not sure if potentially the fatigue caught up to him on the outside. But a great job by Las Vegas and free safety Nicky Colantrelli coming in there, making a nice tackle to stop him just on the other side.
3 wideouts for the Gladiators to work with here. As Vasquez will hand it off to Martinez again. He's got a blocker in front. Oh, if he just bounced it to the outside, Cade, I think he would have been gone.
I think you're absolutely right. The outside looked pretty wide open on that particular play. Martinez heading inside, unfortunately for him, being stopped just short of the first down marker.
This would be a huge bounce-back game for the Gladiators, who got blanked at home by the Fort Worth Toros just a week ago, as Martinez will get to the line of scrimmage and no more. Brings up a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, big 3rd and short. I mean, I think there's even a potential, if I'm St. Louis, that I'm considering going for it on 4th down if I don't get it, provided that I do not lose any more yards here.
Ooh, cojones on this guy. Offside eye formation for the Gladiators. Vegas stacking the box. They'll get a Martinez run, but Martinez is going to get plenty of yardage. 25 and down at the 23-yard line. Nicky Colantrelli with another big hit off a big Martinez run.
Wow, I got to be honest with you, Eric. I'm not really sure what happened to the run defense for Las Vegas, but all of a sudden, about halfway through the fourth quarter and onwards, Martinez has been on fire. He's finding his way. The offensive line throwing amazing blocks out there and giving him plenty of room to work with. He's not seeing first contact until he's 10 yards down the field.
Well, and you want to talk about a quiet game. He's quietly got 143 yards on the ground. I don't know how that happened.
Absolutely incredible effort by him.
Keep feeding the beast, and Vegas was ready for it this time. Knocking him in the backfield for a loss. Lynn Shady in there with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, making a nice play. And I can't see why you don't keep feeding him. I got to imagine he's pretty worn out at this point. But you got the ball, Las Vegas 24-yard line, well within the range of your kicker, Shillasey. And, you just got to burn the clock. Play it safe, throwing it to the outside. That's taking more of a risk than I think I'd want to do at this point. But, hey, you do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, that's got pick 6 written all over it, but Dilvo able to reel that one in for a minimal gain. So that's a 3rd and long for the Gladiators. But you're absolutely right, Kay. Definitely within Shalizzi's wheelhouse, and we will definitely see her on the field on
Game
3rd
winner
down.
on the line here.
Yes, sir. This will be the ball game. The rookie 3rd-round pick. Can she win the ball game for the Gladiators? Yes! From 38 yards, the Gladiators break even at 4-4 here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely incredible football game that we just witnessed, folks. That was fun. Great kick on that play, and it seals the deal. St. Louis, after being wiped off the scoreboard last week against the Fort Worth Toros. 26-23 victory here on the road against the Las Vegas Fury. Wow, Eric, just what a treat we had this evening.
Absolutely. Wow is the perfect word I think I would use to describe this ball game as we roll the final game stats and highlights. And Cade, St. Louis, they put up a ton of offensive yardage. Both teams did, and they came on in the second half.
Yeah, you look at the passing yards, and it's very comparable, but when you get down to the rushing category, that was the difference. The ability to get Cairo Martinez going for St. Louis in the second half was I think was the difference in this football game, especially in the fourth quarter and overtime, as he was the big playmaker that got them down in position to make the game-winning kick. And everybody's buying that man a beer tonight. That's about all I got to say.
Absolutely. Gotta agree. As we see all the different highlights here, and I think that last Martinez run that we just saw, that was the turning point there for the run game for the Gladiators. I think both teams had similar game plans coming into this ball game, as they both wanted to get their running backs going, but only one of them was able to finally get their footing.
Yeah, let it not be overshadowed either what wide receiver Mason Kirby for Las Vegas was able to accomplish today. Absolutely fantastic effort, 130 yards and a touchdown for him. And coming up just short, unfortunately, as the Las Vegas Fury defense worn down just a little bit by St. Louis. And both defenses, fantastic job by them up until about the fourth quarter, and both teams kind of got going on offense. And that was the big story of the game was once they got it going, boy, did they ever get it going.
They sure did. Gotta agree. As we see Martinez rumbling into the end zone here. Big plays all around, just across the board. And we saw plenty of it. I want to take my hat off to Javier Vasquez for weathering the ship. It was not an easy first half, but he finally got his offense going in the second half and got him the dub in overtime.
Yeah, really got it done. Absolutely got it done. I'll be honest with you, my friend. Great. Always a pleasure to sit next to you in the booth, and this truly was a pleasure to sit next to you this evening for such a good game between Las Vegas and St. Louis. And as our player of the game is announced right here, Cairo Martinez, I don't think any of us are surprised. 27 carries, 148 yards, a touchdown, 5.5 yards a carry, and a big run at the end of the game in overtime that set St. Louis up for the win on the road.
On behalf of my best friend Kate Stevens, Mark Chisholm, and Ben Warner, and the Stats Truck Commissioner and Executive Producer Extraordinaire Cameron Irvine, my name is Eric Vincent. Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of the Simulation Football League.